Please give an applause for our Central Council members, C. Ravi Patwaji and Sanjeev Sanghi with thunder applause. Friends, lot of discussion made by both the gentlemen, particularly for the purpose of work from home. Are you ready? And second, professional opportunity of ICI for women members. Many things came before all of you, that how the mentorship can be done, how the employment opportunity is there, how the speakers can be done, and how the paper checkers and what are the monetary benefits. But everywhere we find that we have to first capable for that. For that, our Sanjeev Sanghi told about how we should network ourselves, how we should have the capacity to adapt the new things, and learning skills should be our hunger. These special attributes will help you to earn more and more and get a goodwill in the market in the professional field. So thank you, sir, for giving this type of enlightenment to our audience on this particular Women's Day. So thanks a lot for you and for sparing valuable time to us. Friends, one thing always comes to us that what is empowerment? And we would normally say that women require empowerment, but I think they're already empowered. In fact, they empower us. Because I believe that women are the symbol of care, women are symbol for the powers, and women are the symbol of beautiful creation by the God. So I think they must be praised, they must be worshipped, they must be given proper respect in the society, and which they deserve for that. One thing I want to narrate one thing for all of you, with the permission of chairman. जब भी कोई वुमेन हमारे लाइफ में आती है या जब भी कुछ नई चीज़ हमारी लाइफ में आती है, इट सीम्स दैट दिशाएं बदल गई हैं तुम्हारे पास आने से, दिशाएं बदल गई है तुम्हारे पास आने से, परिभाषाएं बदल गई हैं जोत जलाने से, जड़ों का खिंचाव कम न था मुझ में। जब हम स्कूल में होते हैं, क्लासेस में होते हैं, फ्रेंड्स का में, तो वो खींचते हैं हमें, बट जड़ों का खिंचाव कम न था मुझ में, फिर भी छू लेते हैं बादलों को देखो वो तक दीवाने से। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर दिस वुमेन्स डे, एंड थैंक्स चेयरमैन EIRC Mayur Agrawal for creating such a good program for all of us. So with this remarks, thank you so much, and thank you Kavita madam for coordinating the session too well. Thank you so much. Before going further, we have the session for Dr. Prerna Rajgupta madam. She is the dermatologist, and the topic is confidence in your skin.
With the permission of the chair and the IPC, I wanted to wish you all a very, very happy Women's Day tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Now we have the small session of Dr. Prerna Rajgupta madam. The request to please come on the dais. Before she comes, the topic is confidence in your skin. The power of learning professionally presentable, and Dr. Prerna is a qualified dermatologist from NRS Medical College and Hospital, Kolkata, with extensive experience in clinical dermatologist. She also worked on anti-aging skin tightening and lot of other facilities. So, Madam Prerna, please come on the dais, and request Nisha Agarwal, request Anita Agarwal to please come on the dais and felicitate our today's speaker on the dermatologist by Dr. Prerna. Giving an applause to him. Thank you so much for doing the honors. And now the dice is yours, ma'am. Please.
Hello everyone, very good evening. Firstly, a very happy Women's Day to everyone and all of us. And thank you, Mr. Mayur, the chairman, for this opportunity. Myself, I am Dr. Prerna Raj Gupta, consultant dermatologist practicing in Kolkata for the last 10 years, and I am also running my own clinic called Skintastic, where every one of you is welcome for any of your skin, hair and nail concern. I want to make the next 10 minutes very interactive, exciting and worthwhile because I'm not here to give you a lecture on anything. I love speaking with patients because I get to learn more from them. Firstly, if I ask you something, how many of you all checked your emails before coming here? I'm sure all of you did it. But if I ask you, how many of you checked your sunscreens before coming here? Okay, so there are a few hands. That's nice to see. So, yeah, what happens is, my sister is a CA, and which is why whatever I discuss will be very practical, okay? I have seen her working for the last 10 years and sometimes at a stretch of 10 to 12 years on the laptop, and I just tell her, man, how can you do that working on a non-living object? I speak with people, so I like to do it, but that laptop is not talking to you. So of course it doesn't make a change in a day. The harmful effects of it doesn't come in a day, which is why we all don't realize. But eventually it all adds up and takes a toll on your mind, body and eventually your skin. Have you ever felt that when you enter a meeting room or when you switch on your video for a meeting, your presence speaks before you speak? I'm sure when I came up here, before I started to speak, you all had some judgment about me, looking at my skin or my hair or my attire. So your aura speaks before you, right? And say suppose you are suffering from any such condition of your skin or hair which is pulling down your confidence, it will obviously reflect on what you are going to present. So working on very minor things, I will discuss something for people who are in their 20s to 30s, and something for people who are in their 30s to 40s. In the young age, the most important practical problem that is there is for the sedentary lifestyle. If you are working for 10 to 12 hours on the system and you are not getting up, what happens is there's a body clock and there's a hormonal clock which is maintained. So that gets disrupted. Now if it gets disrupted, the most common and increasing prevalence of the disease is PCOS, which somehow we all have heard about, but we are not very clear of it. Because when I speak to my cousins who are not doctors or not related to the medical field, that is what they come up with. It's called polycystic ovarian syndrome, and most of the females nowadays are developing it because of sedentary lifestyle, okay? The very important and very common ways in which you can identify it, one is loss of hair on the head and development of hair on the face, development of acne, gaining weight and irregular menstruation, okay? So these are the early signs that develop, and then if not controlled and not taken professional help, it can gradually continue and lead to infertility and other serious causes later, okay? Now for people in their 30s to 40s, of course, aging is inevitable, but aging gracefully is an option that we can take up, right? How do people age? If you have noticed and if you have traveled, you will know that in the mountains, people have more wrinkles than of the same age in the plains. Why does it happen? Because in the mountains, the UV light is stronger. It is not felt because it is colder. But the fact is that the UV light is stronger on the hills than on the plains, because the air is more pure over there and the light gets filtered through the atmosphere, the air layers, and it reaches the skin, which is why there is a term called photoaging. Photo means light and aging means the process of development of features of growing old. So there are 4 ways in which a person grows old. One is by developing wrinkles, one is by developing pigmentation. You might have noticed that you were fairer when you were young, but when you are growing old, you are turning darker. So that's another feature of aging. The third is by developing hollowness. You might have seen that your eyes goes inside and your cheeks goes inside when you are aging. And the fourth is by developing sagging, okay? So when you are young, it's called an inverted triangle appearance. Your face is lifted, so the triangle is like this. But when you age, your face sags down because of gravity and the triangle becomes this. It becomes an erect triangle. So that's the change from an inverted triangle to an erect triangle due to aging. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have done facials in the salons, right? Before a wedding, before a ceremony, before anything. But why didn't you think of doing something which is a medical treatment? Because a facial can give you a glow for a day, but a medical treatment can give you a longer lasting effect and prolong your development of features of aging. Now the most common problem is that there is no awareness. Even among my family members, my relatives, they do not know that there are such medical treatments which can give you a glow like a facial, but at the same time, they use medical solutions and ingredients, active ingredients, which are beneficial to the skin and not harmful, okay? Of course, we have all heard about retinols and hyaluronic acids and ceramides and alpha-arbuteins and vitamin C. What happens is, if you do not know what your skin wants and you keep trying all these products, gradually you develop a sensitive skin syndrome, okay? So it is very important to know what your skin needs and what your skin wants depending on the condition that you are suffering from or depending on the outcome that you desire from your skin. And then you should follow a regime that you can continue for long. If there is anybody who wants to ask about any myth that you know of, say for example about Botox. You know what Botox is, right? Okay, so I'll just tell you. Now, Botox is a toxin, okay? When you hear toxin, you might get scared that it is a poison, okay? But then again, it is anything when used in moderation is the right thing to do, and anything which exceeds that limit is the wrong thing to do. Botox is a toxin which is a medical ingredient actually, and it reduces your wrinkles. So it smoothens out your muscles, because when you overuse the muscle with time, it develops wrinkles. When you look up, you get these forehead wrinkles. When you purse your eyes, you get these crow's feet. This is called crow's feet. And when you frown, which I'm sure you must be doing during your meetings and during your calls if you're not liking it. So these are frown lines. Then some people have bunny lines over here when they do this. So these are all wrinkles, and the upper face is treated with Botox. The action of Botox lasts for a year or two. Now you might think, why should I spend for a year or two? See, your age is not static, it is gradually increasing. So what is needed from you is just a few bucks of expenditure, and if you can give your skin that healthy look without any damage and without any harm, which can prolong your aging, why not, right? Now the other thing that I had mentioned about aging was sagging. Your skin sags down. What can you do about it? You can lift it, right? How do you lift it? You either lift it with a filler, or you lift it with threads, or you can lift it with some machine-based procedures. Whatever you do, these do not harm because they work at different levels of the skin. To simplify it, the skin on the top has an epidermis, then below it is the dermis, then below it is the subcutaneous tissue. If you want to tighten the skin from your subcutaneous level, you have to do something which is called HIFU, high intensity focused ultrasound. If you want to tighten it from a superficial level, it is called thermage or intragen, that is a radio frequency tightening. And above it is with threads and with a filler. So these things are done to improve the sagging. For darkening, there are treatments like hydrotherapy, medical therapy, oxygenotherapy, which improves the skin and infuses active ingredients into the skin. Now about your hair. I think we all have noticed that whenever we are stressed in any phase of our life, there is an increase in the hair fall. That happens, right? So why does it happen? That's because our hair has a cycle. So there is a growing phase, there is a static phase, and there is a declining phase. And if there is stress, then the toxins in the hair bulb increase and there is an inflammation in the hair, causing the hair to weaken and fall off. So the whole idea of coming here to speak on these things was that everything is curable and treatable, and once you treat it, it might take a little bit of effort, but once you treat it, it will boost your confidence way more, and it will help you in your future expeditions of your professional career. So skin is an investment, I should say. It's not an expense, it's an asset. You should grow it and you should invest in it. I am always available on Instagram and Facebook with my replies. If anything you want, you can follow me. And thank you so much for your patient listening. Have a very good evening. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Prerna ji. On behalf of EIRC of ICAI, today due to paucity of time, we have been able to arrange for a short session, and if required, we can plan for a larger session in times to come. Friends, we are, those of you who have filled your nominations, few of them are waiting outside also. So we have a 10-minute Zumba session. We are arranging for the felicitation thing. Post that, we'll do the felicitation.